LS1 Communication English. Number 1, topic nito is idiom, tickled pink. Kahanapin natin kung ano ibig sabihin ng tickled pink. Makuha natin yung meaning from the rest of the word or phrases sa isang sentence. Elsa was tickled pink when her boyfriend surprised her with a marriage proposal on her birthday. The event is positive kasi yung boyfriend surprised her with a marriage proposal. Ngayon, nahanapin natin sagot sa choices. Anxious, confused, happy, and lucky. Sino kaya yung pinaka-positive na sagot dyan? Letter C tsaka D is positive answer. A tsaka B is negative kasi anxious, nababalisa or nababahala. B, confused, nalilito. C and D is parehas positive, pero mas best answer is happy. Number 2, Kevin accused us of stealing his phone until he found it. So, negative yung event. Si Kevin daw ay inaakusahan tayo na nagnakaw ng phone. Although, he realized his mistake. Pag sinabing although, kahit na-realize niya ang kanyang mistake, he was trying to sweep it under the rug. Ano kaya ibig sabihin nun? Ang ibig sabihin kasi ng idiom, figurative language siya na kailangan mo ma-figure out kung ano ibig sabihin. Ngayon, nahanapin natin yung clue sa sentence. Dahil nga kanina may although, kahit na na-realize niya kanyang mistake, so ibig sabihin, yung event nun ay hindi pa rin magbabago yung nangyari. Meron kasing word na kahit na. Ano kaya pwedeng mangyari doon? Negative yung event eh. So, hindi pa rin magbabago yung pangyayari. Clean the floor, make up for his mistake, hide his phone under the rug, pretend that the incident never happened. Ibig sabihin, yung clean the floor ay literal meaning. So, ekes na siya. Kasi sweep it under the rug is literal na meaning sa clean the floor. Make up for his mistake. Ito naman, di ba nakasabi kanina is kahit na dapat hindi pa rin magbabago. Fixed pa rin yung situation na negative pa rin. Ekes na yan. Hide his phone under the rug. So, may nakalagay under the rug. Literal meaning pa rin siya. Ekes pa rin to. Letter D, pretend that the incident never happened. Ito yung pinaka-appropriate answer. Ganun pa rin kasi yung magiging sagot, negative pa rin. Number 3, commuters and drivers are exposed to daily hassles of traffic. So, ito yung topic sentence. Yung commuters daw ay exposed sa daily hassles of traffic. They often the victims of higher chronic stress and involved in the greatest number of road accidents. Ito na yung pinaka-additional details para ma-support yung topic sa taas na commuters and drivers are exposed to the daily hassles of traffic. Long delays in getting to and from work lead to low productivity among employees. So, ibig sabihin, ito yung pinaka-effect kung ano yung nung pinagdadaanan nila sa daily hassles of traffic. Drivers become short-tempered and reckless due to traffic jams. Ang tanong, which of the following statement implies the negative effect of traffic jams in the paragraph? Ano daw yung pinaka-negatibong epekto? From the word itself, negative. At yung effect ang hinahanap natin. So, ang cause and effect, ang ibig sabihin nun, merong unang pangyayari at pangalawang pangyayari. Yung Tagalog, sanhi at bunga. Lagi na una ko si sanhi bago si bunga. So, si bunga, si epekto. So, ang pinaka-cause natin is commuters and drivers are exposed to the daily hassles of traffic. Ngayon, yung hassles of traffic na yun, ano kaya dito sa statement na yun ang pinaka-negative effect? A. Road accident to lead to road rage. Letter A, wrong siya. Kasi, nagbigay lang ng mga example or isa lang itong example sa daily hassles of traffic. Letter B, road accidents cause traffic jam. Isa rin to sa mga example ng hassles of daily traffic. Letter C, hassles of traffic cause chronic stress and low productivity. Ayan. Ang topic kasi is letter C na hassles of traffic causes, nagdudulot daw ng chronic stress and low productivity. Ito yung para pinaka-epekto, negative effect ng daily hassles of traffic. Letter D, the productivity of employees depends on their short temper. Ayan, medyo malayo na yung topic. Ang tanong kasi is negative effect of traffic jams in the paragraph. Number 4. Kung kanina ang hinahanap natin is yung epekto, ito na naman yung pinaka-cause ng failure. Aldrin confidently accepted an assignment on a sales report to be submitted within a week. So, merong assignment. Isang linggo na lang. Thinking that he had 7 days left, he did not plan immediately and instead finished some trivial task first. 2 days before the deadline, he crammed to gather data. His request for materials was late, and he had no time to edit his presentation. Consequently, he failed the task. Ayun, yung tanong natin, what is the main cause of the failure? Ano daw yung pinaka-cause ng failure? Sabi ko kanina yung cause and effect. Ang pinaka-una is cause. And then, sumunod lang yung effect. Hindi pwedeng mauna si effect bago si cause. Letter A, he made late requests. B, he did trivial task first. C, he did not plan right away. D, his output was not yet edited. Ngayon, ito is mga dahilan ng kanyang failure talaga lahat yan. Pero sabi ko nga, pinaka-nauna. Pipiliin natin kaya yung pinaka-nauna sa mga yan. So, ang pinakasagot dyan is he did not plan right away. Sumunod na lang yung mga ibang nangyari. Number 5. Annabelle will have a long test in mathematics. When she got home from school, she wanted to relax. So she watched TV for 1 hour and chatted with a friend over the phone for another hour. Then she felt very tired. Suddenly, she remembered her long test. Which of the following will most likely to happen? Ito medyo alanganin ako sa sagot ito. Ang answer key is letter A, she fell asleep because she felt very tired. Pero sa TOS namin, ang pinaka-topic ko ito or yung pinaka-target na makuha is yung prediction kung anong mangyayari. Pero yun na lang yung sagutin natin. Dahil most likely to happen ang tanong, ang sagot is she fell asleep. She fell asleep because she felt very tired. Number 6, don't forget to lock the barn behind you, Arvin, so the animals don't get out. Andun na yung pinakasagot siya nasa unahan. Mang Danny said, Harvey went back to work fed the animals and cleaned the stables. He was exhausted and went to the house to rest. He forgot to lock the barn. Ito yung kaninang sinasabi ko, making a prediction sa mga settings or event na nangyari. Ano kaya yung pwedeng mangyari? A, he took a shower because he was dirty. B, Mang Danny returned and closed the barn. C, animals stayed home. inside the barn and no one came out. D. The animals went out because the door was not locked. Ito na yung pinaka possible answer. Letter D. Number 7. Alan and a high school student discovered that in their barangay, there were many youth offenders involved in simple case like petty theft and violating curfew. So, ibig sabihin si Alan ay isang high school student. Na-discover niya nga daw yung mga kabataan ay maraming maling ginagawa. Pagnanakaw, tsaka curfew, nag-violate. He observed that at night, most of the boys are out on the street without nothing productive to do. Alan wants to investigate this issue further and help reduce the problem. Yung sum or total ng pinaka-statement is gusto daw investigahan ni Alan yung issue para makatulong. Ngayon, ang pinaka-question natin is which of the following actions? Ano daw actions can Alan take to best identify? Ang question is to best identify. Merong nakalagay na and address the underlying cause of youth offenders' behavior in his barangay. Ulitin natin yung action na dapat hanapin para to best identify, matukoy natin at ma-address or maipaalam natin, ma-inform natin kung ano yung underlying cause. Nakatagong pinagmulan ng behavior ng mga kabataan. Letter A. Stay home and focus on studying his own lesson for school success. So, ibig sabihin, wala kang ginawa dyan related dun sa gusto mong malaman. Letter B. Encourage his friends to keep the boys entertained with games at night. Letter B. Mali siya in a way na nagbigay ka na ng solusyon. Ang hinahanap nga natin is yung pinagmulan or yung cause. Solution na agad yung ginagawa sa letter B. Letter C. Report every incident. Ganun din. Solution na agad yung binigay. Pero wala tayong makuhang answer kung saan nagmula yung behaviors. Letter D. Conduct a survey of his peers and community members to understand why boys spend time outside at night. Ito na, letter D ang pinakasagot dahil nag-survey. May survey na tinatawag. Ang survey kasi ay ginagamit sa research. Ginagamit siya para matukoy natin yung hinahanap natin. For example, sa Family Feud quiz. Nag-conduct kami ng nag-survey kami 10 tao, ganyan. Dahil may gusto silang malaman. Survey ang pinaka-appropriate na sagot dahil dito is nabibigyan natin ng sagot yung mga tanong natin sa survey. Number 8. Christine noticed that her classmate Lisa had bruises on her arms and legs when they were inside the restroom. When she asked Lisa about it, Christine discovered that Lisa was experiencing child abuse at home. What is the best action Christine could take to ensure Lisa receives the help and protection she needs? A. Advise Lisa to leave her home immediately. Tama ba yung letter A? To leave her home immediately? Kasi ang ating question is, ano yung action ni Christine para to ensure nga na matulungan at mabigyan ng protection si Lisa. Ang pag-alis ba ng bahay ay isang solusyon? Di ba hindi? Hindi siya mapoprotection nito. Letter B. Report the abuse directly to the police authorities. Letter B. Okay siya kung tayo ay grown-ups na. Sa settings kasi ng event sa 8, si Christine ay isang kaklase lang ni Lisa. Hindi din na-mention kung ilang taon ba si Lisa. So, mahirap mag-report sa police kung isa kang bata. Hindi natin alam kung paano pumunta sa police station. At hindi rin natin sure kung mapapaniwalaan tayo ng police. Letter C. Inform their teachers about the abuse to seek further help. Ito yung magandang gawin dahil bilang isang bata, magtatanong tayo sa mga nakatatanda para makakuha tayo or sila na yung mismo kukuha ng pinaka-appropriate na tulong. Letter D, visit Lisa's home and try to speak with her parents about the situation. Ito naman is, dahil nga bata, si Christine, kung ang anak nga is tawag dito, kung ang bata nga is ginagawa ng masama, ikaw ba namang kaklase, paniniwalaan ka at susundin ka? So, ang pinakasagot natin is letter C. Number 9. Local authorities discovered that in 2 years, the city-designated dump site will be filled with garbage. Mapupuno daw ng basura ang city dump site. Some city programs such as the distribution of packed food and bottled water have contributed to large amount of waste. The authorities aim to address this issue sustainably and reduce waste production. So, pinakadulo is the authorities aim, ano daw yung pinaka-goal? To address. Ibig sabihin na address, inform, para malaman daw ang issue at ano pa, reduce, mabawasan ang pagdami ng basura. Ang question is, what strategy? Ano daw yung strategy or action should the local authorities prioritize to effectively address? So, ano daw action natin gagawin to effectively address para ma-address or ma-inform natin yung growth of waste problem, para ma-inform natin yung mga tao na meron ng ganung problema at ma-promote sustainable practices. So, dalawang hinahanap be mindful kasi minsan tricky yung mga choices natin, tsaka hindi natin nababasa ng maayos yung tanong, kaya minsan marabara tayo sa magot. Kung papansinin niyo yung mga choices is halos magkakaparehas na nag-find ng solution sa isang problem. Kaya lang, kung di natin nabasa ng maayos yung question, pipili ka doon at hindi na natin pag-iisipan yung talagang tamang sagot. Letter A, Pasay City Ordinance. Ito, nagbigay lang ng solusyon ng batas. Letter B, enforce penalties, ganun pa rin. Solusyon at batas. Letter C, launch a clean and green awareness campaign. Yung keyword natin, campaign. Kanina nga kasi is yung question is ang hinahanap natin to address nga daw. Paano natin may inform yung problem? And then, magbibigay tayo ng solution. Letter D, identify and prepare a new dump site location. Ito, nagbigay lang din ng solution. Pero ang hinahanap natin, yung nagbibigay ba ng kayang i-inform yung problem at makapagbigay ng solusyon. Ang pinaka-appropriate dito is letter C, Clean and Green Awareness Campaign, because alam niyo naman pagkampanyahan, yung mga tumatakbo, nagbibigay sila ng program, in-explain muna nila kung ano yung pinagmulan ng isang problem, and then magbibigay sila ng possible solution dun sa problem na yun. For example, yung mga politiko na ganito, si Kapitan is tumataas ang rape case natin sa ating barangay. Ngayon, bilang isang kapitan, ito yung pinaka-posibilidad na solusyon ko. Campaign is one of the best solution para makapag-address at mag-promote of sustainable practice about sa problem. Number 10. Many students at Maligaya High School own digital devices like TVs, laptops, and smartphones. Ayun yung pinaka-main topic Marami daw digital devices ng student. However, the teacher observed that most of them fail to submit their performance tasks despite frequently engaging on social media. Ayun yung parang naging epekto ng digital devices. Fail sila sa school performance. Parents want to support their children's academic success while helping them manage their digital devices use responsibly. Yung pinaka-sum or total ng statement, gusto mo tulungan daw ng parents ang kanilang mga anak sa kanilang pag-aaral. Habang minomonitor nila or minamanage nila yung paggamit ng digital device usage responsibly. Number 10, what strategy? Ano daw yung action? Should parents prioritize? To ano? Dito na naman tayo, promote balanced digital device use. So, ibig sabihin, pwede pa rin gumamit ng cellphone and improve study habits among students. Magkakaroon ng balancing gagamit ng smartphones, saka may improve yung study habits ng mga students. So, hinahanap daw natin yung dalawa. Letter A, track their children's social media activity to monitor screen time. Letter A, nag-track lang. Wala. Ito yung pinaka-action na nag-monitor lang. Pero hindi natin na-improve yung study habits. Letter B, temporarily disconnect the home internet to minimize distraction. Ayan, inekis na natin si digital devices. So, ibig sabihin, walang digital device use. Puro aral na lang. Hindi natin na-promote ang balanced digital device. Letter C, confiscate all digital devices until the student improve their study habits. Mali rin yung letter C kasi X na natin yung digital devices. Napunta lang tayo sa improve study habits lang dyan. Letter D, work with their children to establish a schedule that balances study and screen time. Ito yung tamang sagot, letter D, because nag-schedule ka ng study time tsaka digital device use time. Hindi na-balance yung na-balance yung pinaka-sitwasyon kasi may study time tsaka screen time. Number 11, coconut trees are abundant in Barangay Masila where the school is located. So, ano daw yung marami or abundant sa barangay? Coconut trees. To reduce the use of plastic cups and straws, the principal initiated a project to make a reusable cups from coconut shells. So, ano yung initiative na ginawa ni principal? Gumamit siya ng coconut shells para mag-gain reusable cups ng mga bata. He is now considering additional ways. Tumatanggap pa daw siya ng ibang idea to further reduce waste and promote sustainability within the school. And daw, additional na idea para mabawasan na basura at ma-promote daw ang project na ginagawa niya maging sustainable, na hindi na magkakaroon pa o dadami pa yung basura. Instead, mababawasan. 11. What alternative strategy could the principal implement to support his goal of reducing plastic use in the school? So, naka-line dyan is alternative strategy. Kumbaga sa alternative learning system, tayo ang alternative ng formal school. Kumbaga, parang formal school tayo, pero ibang atake natin, school pa rin. Ang hinahanap, alternative strategy na pwedeng gawin, na halos katulad lang din ng strategy ni principal. Letter A, ask students to bring their own trash bags to collect waste. Ayun, bali dito kasi hindi siya alternative strategy kasi iba yung atake ng strategy na ibibigay. Letter B, encourage students to bring their own reusable mugs for drinking. Letter B, ito yung pinaka-correct answer kasi ang alternative, pinaka-alternative tong strategy kasi reusable mugs yung pinapadala. Yung pinaka-strategy ni principal is reusable plastic cups and straws. Kaya dapat medyo related doon. Halos kagaya nun yung pinaka-strategy na hinahanap. Which is letter B, reusable mugs for drinking. Letter C, establish a student task force to manage Praise and promote sustainability practices. Ito letter C, medyo pagka binasa nyo, parang tama din. Pero letter B talaga ang magiging sagot. Kasi nga, alternative strategy. Yung halos makakamukha ng strategy ni principal. Sa letter D naman, collaborate with barangay officials to organize a community-wide plastic collection drive. Letter D, barangay na yung pinag-uusapan. So, mali siya. Ang pinopromote kasi ni principal is yung within the school lang. Kaya ang pinakasagot natin is reusable bags for drinking. Letter D. 12. Barangay mabuti sa coastal community that struggle with water lilies clogging the rivers, which has led to community challenges. So, ang issue nila, yung water lilies daw is a problema, napupuno yung or nababarahan yung kanilang mga rivers. In response, barangay officials and male residents launched Oplan Bawas Water Lily to remove the plants. Ayun naging solusyon, di ba? Oplan Bawas Water Lily. However, after collection, the water lilies are simply dumped at a designated site. Ayun nga, nagbawas sila ng water lily na tanggalin para sa river. Pero yung mga nakukolektang water lilies, tinatambak lang sa isang lugar. The barangay aims, anong aims nila or goal nila? To create employment. To create daw ng employment, magkaroon ng trabaho, opportunities while addressing this issue. Ayun na pinaka-goal nila, magkaroon ng employment, trabaho, habang ginagampanan yung tungkulin nila or habang sinusolusyonan nila yung problema sa water lilies. Ang pinaka-question natin, what initiative? Ano ba yung initiative? Action. Could barangay official pursue to turn para maging the collected water lilies into source of employment and economic benefit. To turn collected water lilies para maging yung water lilies, maging source ng employment tsaka economic benefit. Magkaroon ng trabaho at magkaroon ng economic benefit or pera, pagkakakitaan. Trabaho tsaka pagkakakitaan gamit yung water lilies. Letter A, sell the water lilies to flower markets in the area. Yes, dito meron ng pera, kumikita dahil naibenta yung mga bulaklak ng water lilies. Pero walang employment. Letter B, burn the water lilies, lalong epis. Wala tayong na-promote na pera at employment. Letter C, process the water lilies into eco-friendly product like basket or handicraps. Letter C, ang pinakatamang sagot kasi gumawa sila ng product na pwede nilang ibenta, which is yung basket and handicrafts. Ngayon, sino ba gumagawa? At pwede possible na gumawa dito? Mga empleyado. So, nagkaroon tayo ng employee, nagkaroon din tayo ng product na pwede magkakitaan. Ang pinakasagot is letter C. Mali lang yung pagkatapat ko. So, pero ang sagot niya is letter C. Letter D, mali, dahil may possible answer is letter C. Kaya ang sagot natin, letter C. Number 13, Laren is a track and field athlete who practice hard for the competition. Ayun yung setting may competition nga daw si Laren. On the day of the competition, he was leading the race when he saw that another athlete suddenly fell down. So, yun nga, ang pinaka-scenario, mayroong competition, takbuhan, pero nung time ng competition, nauuna siya at may nakita siyang nadapang kasama. Ito ang pinakatanong, if Laren wants to be sure to win the game, gusto mong manalo ka, anong pinaka-possible mong gawin? Kasi gusto mong manalo. Letter A, go on to finish the race. Ito yung pinakasagot kasi wala kang iintindihin, sarili mo na lang. Kaya didiretso ka para manalo yung game, di kayo hinto. Letter B, C, and D, kung nakikita nyo, pare-pare siyang hihinto, stop and help his co-athlete. Letter C, call the attention of sport officials. Hihinto ka rin dyan eh. Letter D, call the attention of the medical staff. Hihinto ka rin dyan. Bibigyan mo ng time. Hindi naman sa hihinto, kumaga, sa iba dyan is, iintindihin mo pa yung iba. Kaya magkakos ng bagal ng oras. Kaya ang pinaka-appropriate ng sagot dyan is letter A. Number 30. Acid rain forms when water vapor. Number 14. When vapor with the harmful gases in the atmosphere. Tingnan natin yung event. Acid rain yung pinaka-topic. Ano daw? Forms when water vapor mixes with the harmful gases. Ano ba yung harmful? Nakakasama sa ating atmosphere. So, negative yung event, diba? Meron tayong nakatang word na harmful gases. What is likely to happen if a plant always exposed to acid rain? Letter A, it will soon die. B, it will bear flowers. C, it will grow rapidly. D, it will not grow tall. Kung negative yung event sa taas, pipili tayo ng negative event. Letter A is pinaka-event dyan, saka letter D. Ayan yung mga parang pinaka-negative answer. So, X na natin B, saka C. Pipili na lang tayo sa pinaka-tamang sagot sa A and B. So, ang kukunin na lang natin is letter A. Ito yung kasi yung pinaka-negative na sagot dyan. Number 15. Belinda was carrying a large basket of clothes down the stairs and hoped her brother would help her. So, ang dami gagawin ni Belinda at umaasa siya na tutulungan siya ng kapatid niya. However, her brother was playing in the living room and had left it messy despite Despite this, Belinda was able to finish all her chores on time. So, hindi nangyari, natulungan siya ng kapatid niya. Instead, nag-iwan pa ng kalat sa living room. Despite this, pero, natapos niya pa rin yung trabaho niya kahit hindi siya tinulungan ng kapatid niya. So, ang question natin, based on the situation, what could Belinda have done? Ano kaya yung ginawa ni Belinda para makatapos siya sa kanyang gawain sa tamang oras? Ano yung pinaka-possible answer dyan? Ngayon, titingnan natin kung critical thinker ba tayo sa sitwasyon na to. Letter A, her brother decided to help her after finishing the game. Ayun. Letter A, wrong answer siya kasi nga, umalis na nga yung kapatid eh. Ngayon, nagsisimula ka mag-start na maglinis. Hindi ka makakatapos kasi ngayon mo pa yung kapatid mo or yung oras ng pagbalik ng kapatid mo sa game. Dapat tapos na. So, wrong answer is C, letter A. Letter B, she invited a friend over to help her complete the chores. Ito, medyo malabong mangyari yan. Malabong ang kaklase mo, iimbitahan mo pa para tulungan ka. Merong chance, pero hindi ganun ka okay. Kasi ang check natin dito yung critical thinking. So, ano pwede natin gawin? Letter C, she recognized her task and started within the simpler chores first. Ito, letter C. Ito yung pinaka correct answer. Ibig sabihin, nagsimula siya sa basic na gawaing bahay hanggang sa papunta din sa pinakamahirap na bahagi ng kanyang task. Naging critical thinker siya kasi nga ni-recognize niya or natukoy niya kung ano doon yung pinaka-basic mo ng gagawin hanggang sa pahirap na kanya ginagawa. Letter D, she received unexpected help from a family member like her father or mother. Itong letter D din, wala ring possibility na matulungan ka na ibang kamag-anak sa mga gawain bahay. So, kung ititas ang critical thinking, ang pinakatamang sagot is letter C kasi nga hindi ka nag-cramming sa task na yan. Ni-recognize mo kung anong una mong gagawin. So, ang sagot is letter C. She recognized her task and started with the simple chores first. Number 16, Sampaguita National High School has reported incidents of bullying inside the campus. Ano daw yung insidente? bullying inside the classroom. Several learners recounted petty fights among grade 8 to 10 learners, leading to aggressive attacks and serious injuries. So, nagkakaroon na ng maliit na pag-aaway at marami nang nasasaktan sa pambubuli. A teacher wondered if experience of bullying at home may influence his behavior in school. Parang hinuhulaan nga or tingin ng teacher baka daw nakakapag-experience ng pambubuli yung bata sa bahay. Kaya nag-iiba yung behavior nito sa school or na-impluwensya, nagagaya or na-adapt niya yung impluwensya sa bahay at nadadala niya dun sa school. Which of the following will complete his hypothesis of a hypothesis? If a student has suffered physical abuse at home, then what? Ano kaya yung pinaka-hypothesis na yun? Kukompletohin natin Pag sinabing hypothesis, ito yung uneducated guess or pinakahula. Pag magka-hypothesis tayo, kukuha tayo ng clue sa the rest ng statement, ang given statement, then magbibigay ka ng pinakahula mo. Dahil nga kanina sa statement sa taas, which is yung Sampaguita National High School has reported incident of bullying inside campus. Ano kaya yung pinigarugtong ng if a student has suffered physical abuse at home, then anong kasunod? A. He would be shy. B. He would have a poor grades. He would be shy is not related kasi nga meron di ba kanina sa bullying sa classroom. Letter B. He would have a poor grades. Letter C. He would bully his classmate. Ayun na yung given, di ba? Yung pambubully. If a student has suffered physical abuse at home, he would bully his classmate. Letter D. He would be afraid of his teacher. Ang layo ng connection nitong letter D kasi ang clue natin kanina is reported incident of bullying inside the classroom, campus. Kaya ang pinakasagot natin, he would bully his classmate. Number 17. Sherry needed a school bag. Ano yung hinahanap? School bag. But, pero did not have the money to buy one. Wala daw siyang pera. Upon learning that her neighbor was looking for a babysitter. Ngayon daw, yung kaklase niya is kapitbahay niya yung naghahanap ng babysitter and would pay for the service. Magbabayad naman. She considered her option. Kinonsider niya yung option. Based on Cherry's situation, what is the most logical action she would take to obtain the school bag? O, dahil nga dun sa statement na yung kanina, ano kaya posibleng gawin ni Cherry? At dahil wala nga siyang pera, ano kayang gagawin niya para makuha niya yung school bag? Letter A, save money for her allowance over time. B, ask her friends if they can lend her a school bag. Malito hindi yan yung sagot Umangat lang yung doodle. Letter C, apply for the babysitting job to earn money for the bag. Letter D, request her parents for financial assistance to buy the bag. So, ang pinakasagot natin is letter C. Dahil, ito yung given sa situation na merong trabaho na pwede kang kumita. Kaya, makukuha mo yung bag na gusto mo. Ang sagot is letter C sa number 17. Number 18. The weather forecast indicates that the city will experience mostly cloudy days with a temperature around 28 degrees and 100% chance of rain. So, ibig sabihin na 100% chance of rain, walang duda, given na 100% na magiging maulap ang araw tsaka uulan. Wala nang duda, uulan talaga sa city. Ang tanong, if this forecast is accurate for the entire region, ano ba yung entire region? Buo. Whole region daw. Kung kanina sa city yung hinahanap, yung given situation, paano daw kung sa entire region o yung whole region daw mangyayari yung sitwasyon na yun? What does it imply about the expected weather condition? Letter A, it will be sunny across the region. Sabi nga kanina, kung sa region daw mangyayari yung temperature na yun at saka yung chances na yun, anong pwedeng mangyari? Sabi kasi 100 chance of rain, di ba? Letter A, sunny. So, X na yan. Uulan nga daw, di ba? Letter B, there will be a typhoon. The region. Medyo mali itong sagot na to. There will be a typhoon. Wala namang sinabing magkakaroon ng typhoon eh. Letter C, the whole region is likely to experience rain. So, ang pinakasagot natin dito is letter C. Letter D, the region will have scattered rain. Showers throughout the day. Rain showers throughout the day. Letter D is mali kasi nakalagay scatter, kalat-kalat daw. Nakalagay doon sa given natin, accurate for entire region. Kaya ang letter C ang sagot natin kasi the whole region ang binibigay. Number 19. The story of Ibang Adarna revolves around the three princes who will be for the throne and kingship and are trained in sword fighting and combat. The most courageous one would inherit the throne. Under what literary form does the story belongs? Ito, marami kasing klase ng literary forms. Pero try natin bigyan ng description or tsaka definition yung iba't ibang literary forms. Ayan, medyo patayo siya. Ay, ito nga pala yung iba't ibang sample ng idioms. Basahin mo na lang para maintindihan. Ngayon, ito yung mga other literary forms na pwede nyong ma-encounter. Baka mag-change kasi ng question and answer dun sa exam. Baka lang may mapalitan. Number 1, folktale. The Monkey and the Turtle by Jose Rizal. By culture, spread by mouth. Pag sinabing folktale, ito yung kwentong bayan. Ibig sabihin ng folktale, ito yung napapasa bilang sabi-sabi ng mga tao, mga chismis, pwede rin yung kwento siya na yun lang, napasa-pasa gamit ang bibig. Pwede yung pasa-pasa na aswang, multo, duwende. Ayun, yung purpose na parang panakot sa mga bata. May mga aral na nakukuha. Speech. Pag sinabing speech, ito yung nag-express ka ng thought and feelings mo sa pamamagitan ng by articulate sounds or pagsasalita. Biography. Pag sinabing biography, bio means life. Graphy is sulat. Life or buhay, sulat. Ibig sabihin ng biography, ito yung sulat ng about sa buhay ng tao. For example, biography ni Ferdinand Marcos. So, isusulat yung buhay niya mula nung pinanganak siya hanggang sa mamatay siya. Short story. Ito ang example, The Happiest Boy in the World. Read in single sitting. Pag sinabing short story, short nga eh. Kumbaga, kaya mong tapusan ng isang short story sa isang upuan lang. Kabaliktaran naman din novel. Si novel kasi, marami pa yung series, aklat, ganyan. Medyo mahaba. Pero nakalagay kasi narrative sa ano rin siya, story siya. Prose fiction, ibig sabihin hindi rin siya makatotohanan fiction. Meron siyang powers, magic na involved. Pero sa novel kasi, prose na tinatawag, ibig sabihin narrative siya. Malayang pagsulat, walang pamantayang sinusunod. Dire-diretso. Hindi kagaya ng poem, ang novel kasi, Yun nga, i-indent mo lang sa unahan ng paragraph. Tapos, dire-diretso ka na maglagay kung anong pwede mong isulat sa loob at ikwento. Yung poem kasi, meron siyang read, rhyme, tsaka rhythm na tinatawag. For example, yun to lang. Ako ay tutula, mahabang mahaba. Ako ay upo, tapos na po. Yun, may 4 na saknong siya. Tapos, yung dulo, dapat nag-end sa A. Tapos, O naman sa dulo, sa pangalawang, last na 2 saknong. Hindi kagaya ng novel, dire-diretso lang, wala siyang bilang ng rhyme, walang rhyming sa dulo. Malaya lang yung pagsulat. Pero napakahaba ng novel kapag nagkaroon ng short story. Poetry naman, ayan, meron mga verse, tsaka stanza kagaya ng sinabi ko kanina. Ayan yung mga literary forms. Meron pa ba ako nakalimutan? Play. Yung play naman, drama or play, pina-perform ng mga actor or actress. Merong nagpi-play ng role. May role. Ano pa ba? Wala ba akong nakalimutan? Hindi ko nasulat yung play, paano pala? Short story. Fiction. Sinabing fiction, medyo wide kasi siya. Under niya yung mga novels, epic. Yung epic naman pala, ano yon, kwento siya ng heroes. So, mostly pag heroes lalaki, meron mga kapangyarihan na involved din. Hindi ka panipaniwalang kapangyarihan. Lalaking hero sa epic. Ano pa? Wala na ba akong nakalimutan? Ayun lang naman. Check natin sa question. So, ang question natin kanina, saan ba tayo? Eto. Story of Ibong Adarna revolves around the three prince. So, ito is may hero tayong lalaki. So, ano kaya yung pinakatamang sagot? Letter A. Epic. Yun kasi ang literary form na merong heroes na tinatawag at may mga kapakapangyarihan. Drama ito ngayon. Merong mga performer na gumaganap. Ginaganap siya sa play. Letter C. Novel. Ito yung kwento na marami, mahaba. Pero prose narrative, wala yung pagsulat. So, merong fiction effect din yung story, may kapangyarihan. Prose naman, ito yung medyo malawak na. Pag sinabing prose, malayang pagsulat. Number 20. Which literary forms is written in an ordinary, non-metrical language and communicates facts or opinion. Ayun pala. Pag sinabing facts and opinion, kabaligtaran ng fiction is non-fiction. Facts nga eh. Pag sinabing facts, non-fiction. Pero kapag yung tanong is about fantasy story, fiction yun. Story, lahat naman is story, kahit poem. Lahat ng literary forms pwedeng tell ng story. So, mali si letter B, mali rin si play. Fiction, medyo magical na, mali rin yan. So, ang sagot natin is letter D. 21-22, effective time management is crucial for success in both personal and professional life. It allows individual to prioritize tasks, set achievable goals, and allocate time efficiently. By organizing their schedules, people can minimize stress and increase productivity. For instance, using tools such as calendars and to-do lists can help individuals stay on track and meet deadlines. Ultimately, mastering time management leads to a more balanced life and improve overall well-being. Huwag niyo pansin yung mga guwit, hindi nagtugma kasi. Ngayon, ito ay isang sample ng paragraph. Kanina nga is sabi ko, ano yung mga parte ng paragraph? Ito yung pinaka-basic pattern ng paragraph. So, i-example natin sa isang elaborate natin sa sample na burger. Kumbaga sa burger, ang nasa taas is yung buns, sa baba is buns din. Sa gitna, ito yung mga additional flavors kung paano nagpapalasa ang isang burger. Ang topic sentence, ito ngayon nasa taas ng burger, di ba? Katumbas niya yung nasa baba, which is the conclusion sentence. Pag sinabing topic sentence, ito yung claim or yung topic na pinag-uusapan sa isang paragraph. Yung sa gitna naman, supporting sentence 1, 2, and 3, ito yung nagbibigay description or additional information para masuportahan or mapatunayan yung topic na nakalagay sa topic sentence sa taas. Sa conclusion state sentence, ito yung pinaka-sum or total. Kumbaga sa 1 plus 1 is equals to 2. And ito yung pinaka-equals ng lahat ng pinagagawa dun sa topic, sentence topic, saka yung sa supporting details or sa gitna, yung mga palaman. Ito yung pinaka-total lahat. For example, ang topic ko is, I am beautiful. Ayun yung parang pinaka-topic ko, topic sentence. Ngayon, magbibigay ako ng additional information para mapatunayan ko na ako ay beautiful. For example, I have big round eyes. Yun yung sentence 1 ko. Sentence 2 ko is, I have a fair complexion. My height is not, tama lang. Ano pa? Brown ang aking mga mata. Brown din ang aking buhok. Ngayon, ganun lang naman ng supporting sentence or supporting details na nilalagay sa paragraph, which is nasa gitnang posisyon ng paragraph. Magbibigay ka ng description, pwedeng numbers, patunay, surveys, gano'n, information, size, color, and shape, para masuportahan natin kung ano yung topic sentence. Next, yung conclusion sentence, yung sum or total na nga, ito yung parang pinaka-concluding statement. Equals lahat ng mga pinagsusulat mo. Dun sa kaninang example ko, ang magiging concluding statement ko or sum or total ng sentence ko, I am beautiful because of my characteristic. Pansin ninyo, yung topic sentence ko is I am beautiful. Tapos, sa dulo is I am beautiful because of my different characteristic. Parang halos kaparehas lang. Pero ito yung pinaka-sum or total ng pinaka-statement natin lahat. Ang conclusion statement. Balik tayo dun sa S. Ngayon, dito sa ating item 21, ang hinahanap natin is what is the topic sentence of the paragraph. Ano ba yung topic sentence? Kung baga sa burger natin, ito yung nasa taas. Ano ba yung pinaka nasa taas ng statement? Sa number 21. Effective time management is crucial for success in both personal life. Ang pinaka-supporting details or supporting sentence yan, yung pangalawang sentence na it allows individuals to prioritize tasks, set achievable goals, and allocate time efficiently. Another supporting details is by organizing their schedules, people can minimize stress and increase productivity. Yung pangatlong supporting details, for instance, using tools such as calendars and to-do lists can help individuals stay on track and meet deadlines. Yung pinakadulo, ito na yung sum or total or concluding statement sa ating paragraph, which is ultimately mastering time management lead to a more balanced life and improve overall well-being. So, ang question is, what is the topic sentence of the paragraph? So, ano yun dyan? Mali yung guhit umangat kasi yung doodle. Ang pinakasagot natin dyan is letter B kasi ito yung nasa taas, effective time management. Kaya ang sagot natin, letter B. Yung letter A kasi is, nasaan to? It allows individuals to prioritize tasks. Nasa pangalawang sentence na siya. So, isa siyang supporting details. Kung hinahanap ang supporting details, ang sagot natin, letter A. Pero kung concluding paragraph naman, ang sagot natin is itong, anong kaya dyan? Letter D, kasi ito yung nasa dulo ng statement, which is ultimately mastering time management to lead to a more balanced life and improve. Number 22. Which of the following sentences can provide additional information? Ano ba yung additional information sa ating paragraph? Yung mga nasa gitna. Ano yun? Effective time management, mali na yan kasi yan yung topic sentence kanina, di ba? C, by organizing their schedule, people can minimize stress. People can feel overwhelmed when they have too many tasks. Itong letter A, mastering time management leads to isa siyang concluding statement, nasa dulo siya. Kaya mali siya, i-guess na natin. Letter B, people can feel overwhelmed when they have too many tasks to complete. Letter B, saan natin nakikita ito? People overwhelmed. Dito, walang nakalagay na people can be overwhelmed. So, i-guess natin si letter B. Letter C, by organizing their schedule, people can minimize stress. Letter C, by organizing, nasa gitna pa rin siya ng paragraph. So, mali si letter B. Letter D, effective time management. Ito nga yung kanina yung topic sentence, so mali na siya. So, ang sagot natin is letter C, by organizing their schedule. Tamang sagot is letter C. Ngayon, dito naman sa number 23, Laura is about to unwrap and eat burger. Suddenly, a hungry little boy appeared from the window of the car. Pangatlo, she handed the sandwich to the little boy. Lastly, the boy waved and smiled at her. Sequence of evento. Paano natin ma-sequence ang isang event? Ngayon, dito, medyo madali lang. Kasi may mga transitional word. Ano yung transition word na tinatawag? Pag sinabing transition word, ito yung mga signal words na pwede natin ilagay sa isang story para makita natin yung pagkakasunod-sunod ng pangyayari. For example, firstly, then, secondly, consequently, and then lastly. Pag alam niyo yung mga transition word, makikita niyo na agad kung sino yung mga kasunod na pangyayari. Ngayon, para mahanap natin yung pinakaunang event ng pangyayari kagaya nito, dapat sa unang event, pinapakilala na kung sino yung pinaka-subject ng isang story. Ngayon, sa pagpapakilala ng subject ng isang story, hindi tayo gagamit ng pronoun. Kailangan, noun yung gagamitin natin. Kasi ang purpose ng pronoun, alam naman natin na ang pronoun is siya yung pumapalit sa pangalan. For example, I, you, we, they, he, she, it, them, yung mga ganun ba na pinapalit sa noun. Kasi nga, ang purpose ng pronoun is para hindi siya paulit-ulit na sinasabi sa isang sentence or sa isang paragraph or statements. Ngayon, sino ba yung mga may noun dyan? Ano nga pala yung mga noun? Ang noun kasi is pangalan. Pwedeng common noun, pangalan ng karamihan, proper noun, pangalan na specific na isang tao bagay po lang. For example, tao as common noun, proper noun, ako, Rose Ann. For example, cellphone, common noun, proper noun is Vivo, Oppo, iPhone, ayan, mga ganon. May mas specific pa ngayon iPhone Pro Max, ganyan. Ngayon, hahanapin natin dito sa statement na to na kung sino yung mga statement na may noun or noun sa statement. Pwedeng proper or common noun. Siyempre, Hindi mo na kukunin yung mga may noun dyan na mayroong transition word. Kagaya ng suddenly. Kasi,